The following is a paid presentation for condoshow.com.
Because of our relationships that we built over 13 years with the number 1 or number 2 developer in 10 different countries, we're able to access inventory that no one else has access to.
I want everyone to be surprised that we delivered what we said we're going to deliver on, because nobody does.
There are only a handful of buildings in the world that are this interesting, this iconic.
This is the largest residential building on Paradise Island.
It is simply the best of the best.
Life on Merton Street represents an opportunity to be in the heart of the city and yet surrounded by open space.
Liberty Village has become the most vibrant location in our city.
We can deliver to you the best condo buying, selling, or renting experience, period.
If I was to invest anywhere, I would certainly do it in India. And I'm not saying because I'm an Indian, but because I'm a businessman. India is going to be the second largest economy within 15 years. You have a middle class which is larger than the size of all of Europe.
It's an economy which is energetic, bustling, always expanding.
We are very positive after the new government has taken over. We're very hopeful that a lot of investment is now going to come into India.
We are finding that the capital and stock markets are appreciating and they are on a high right now. The disposable income is on a growth path.
And I think there's a huge future. The explosion is just about to begin.
In India, the world is getting exciting. Clearly, it's India where you're going to get returns more than anywhere else in the world.
In Wave City Centre, the multi-use development in Noida, we always wanted our consumers to get the best. The best buildings, the best master plan, the shopping, the entertainment, the restaurants. Not just the best living standards in India, but a new living standard in the world. It's never happened before. It's happening for the first time in one city. We welcome you to Wave City Centre. This is the time to cash on the biggest growth story that's going to happen in the world. It's a story of a young country, supported by even a younger population, who have the spirit, the hunger, the entrepreneurial zest to take it to the next level.
India is going to be the second largest economy within 15 years. You have a middle class which is larger than the size of all of Europe.
We are finding that the capital and stock markets are appreciating and they are on a high right now.
We are very positive after the new government has taken over. We're very hopeful that a lot of investment is now going to come into India.
Delhi being the power capital of the country, everybody has an establishment there. It has seen property prices go up 4 times in the last 7 years. Today, it's got one of the best airports in the world. It's connected most of its corners with the metro. And is being supported by a great suburb called Noida. Noida is a very new city. It was developed in 1974. Being already connected to a metro station, it has one of the largest public parks in the country. It has a golf course, multiple malls, great entertainment.
Noida has seen a definite change and a change for the better since the last 12 years that I've been here. There is all the multinational companies that have set base here. The film city is abuzz with activities. I think the life has changed for the better.
Wave has been around for 50 years now. It's always been a pursuit of excellence, a search for the best in class. We have a large pool of employees who come from different spheres of life, from manufacturing, from trading, from retailing, combining all of them together into Wave Infotech. We do not like to think of ourselves as brick and mortar company. We like to think of ourselves as great lifestyle providers. After seeing the kind of projects that were now coming up in Noida, Wave was very interested to make its footprint wider. And when the opportunity for a city centre came up, it leapt and won the bid to make that project.
Wave City Centre is a 152-acre township which is in the heart of the city. The world is within.
High-class residences, office spaces, hotels, shopping centers, entertainment zones. In city center, I'm living walking distance from my work.
With over 10 million square feet under construction, Wave City Centre is moving ahead at incredible speeds. It is being constructed by the biggest companies in India. It has been designed by the biggest companies in the world, all to ensure that the vision to reality, there are no gaps.
We've hired probably one of the best consultants in the world who are working on this project. AECOM, they are our master planners, and they're also doing the landscape.
You have here a fantastic world-class development, a planned city, which is happening in the middle of an economy, in the middle of a city which is going through a spectacular change.
If somebody invests in any sort of property in terms of housing or a flat, all you want is peace. Waves is the best place.
One of the most trusted asset class in the world for investing is real estate. It's now time and an opportunity for individual investors like you to be part of that growth. All you have to do is invest. Investing here takes a load off your shoulders. You don't have to look for office renters. You don't have to look for anybody to rent your house or your shop. Wave is going to provide that service to you. And now on behalf of tens and thousands of our employees, I look forward to seeing you as part of the Wave family in Wave City Centre.
Sydenham is going to offer just basically a lifestyle that a lot of people are going to be seeking. It is just a gorgeous building. The layouts that we have seen, the care that has been taken in the sizing of the units that will suit retirees or young professionals.
What really struck me was when I went up to the second floor of the building, looked out the window down the river, there was this majestic kind of scope and perspective on the river. It's quiet, peaceful, and serene, but at the same time there we were right in the center of Owen Sound, and felt that this was a unique opportunity to develop a building that would be a landmark in the city.
I am so excited about our new technology package that we're going to offer exclusively to Sydenham. Nest actually monitors when you're home, when you leave, your schedule automatically, which is incredibly intelligent. We want to make sure that our energy costs were always kept low for our condo owners. We want to keep convenience as number one. The next technology we have is a carbon monoxide detector and a smoke detector, which is state-of-the-art. The next part of our home automation technology is Sonos. Sonos will allow you to play your music everywhere in your home wirelessly.
Someone who is interested in the Sydenham should come by the presentation center. We'll be setting that up with all the descriptions that are needed to help understand the important decision that they'll face, as well as we're delighted to show them different suite options and the kind of amenities and features that they can gain.
Hi, my name is Roman Bodnarchuk, and I really appreciate your time today. I want to talk to you about an incredible investment opportunity, specifically in real estate. At the age of 14, I was able to purchase my first rental property. I was able to become a millionaire at 30 and get to $1 million a year by 35. So most of that has come from the real estate success. So what I can tell you about today is a very interesting opportunity to own real estate in one of the most valuable places in the entire world. So location, 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 we're going to cover that, why this is as good as it gets. Number two, and an asset class which is doing incredibly well, which is the hotel business. Our location is in a place called Muskoka. And for those of you that don't know Muskoka, it's only 90 minutes outside of Toronto, which is the fastest growing city in North America. Over 100,000 people a year are moving into Toronto. Over 1 million people in Southern Ontario already live in a condo. It's It's become kind of a concrete jungle, and in 90 minutes away they can be in nature. And for 200 years they've been escaping to Muskoka. So Muskoka is a really special place. Recently, National Geographic said it's one of the few places in the world that can change your child's life. Consistently rated as the #1 place to vacation in the summertime. Again, this is by National Geographic. I mean, they've been to enough places in the world, so we can take them at their word. Recently, only a couple years ago, we had all the world leaders come for the G8 summit. So for 200 years, Muskoka has really been the lifestyles rich and famous. Today you find a lot of mutual fund managers, hedge fund managers, movie stars, all the athletes own place in Muskoka. So, how it works in the Toronto lifestyle is once you get to that top, percentile of income and success, typically you buy a place in Muskoka. So for me, it was age of 30. The next part about Muskoka is I want to talk to you about specifically where we are. Ravenhurst is really the hub of Muskoka. Theater, entertainment, festivals, it all happens in Ravenhurst. Next, I want to talk about the value of Lake Muskoka. So historically, lakefront real estate in Muskoka is really expensive, and the bigger the lake, the more expensive it is. Lake Muskoka is the biggest lake in Muskoka, and it's connected to Lake Rosto and Lake Joe. So just to give you a real number, the average property that sold this year in Muskoka was over $1 million. It's actually been that way for almost 20 years. So the least expensive listing on MLS, multiple listing service, is around $400,000 for just kind of a raw vacant land, and it goes up to $13 million. That's kind of the range. So let's talk about very specifically where we're located. We're in a brand new village. This is a waterfront village called Muskoka Wharf. It's a $170 million development that was recently completed, which has 1 kilometer of boardwalk that links the Seguin, the Winona, those famous steamships, with a series of restaurants and shops and all kinds of fun things. And our property is run by the #1 hotel brand for 15 years in 72 countries. And it's a fully furnished condominium. So you've got the best of both worlds. You have this beautiful condominium with all the full cleaning services you expect at the best hotels, but you also have a free breakfast and the indoor pool and the hot tub and the gym and the fire pits and all those other fun things that you'd expect at a 5-star resort. For those of you that have never invested in a hotel, hotels don't actually own any real estate. So what they do is they usually have a developer or a group of investors that purchase the property, and the hotel brand runs it for them. They're the operator, okay? And our hotel's no different. We have 106 units, and we have 106 owners. So each one is individually owned, but when you stay at our hotel, you would know that. If you bought a rental property in Ontario, you have some really interesting government rules. So for example, in 2013, you cannot raise your rent more than 0.6%. Hotels don't have that same challenge. Hotels can charge whatever the market will bear. Our hotel, since we opened 4 years ago, on average has been increasing our revenue between 10 and 14%. In the worst financial times when people stopped traveling, our hotel was growing 10 to 14% a year. Staggering. Now, could you earn more? Absolutely. If our revenue continues to grow the way we've seen it, it will absolutely grow. So it's a beautiful investment opportunity, and we're really excited to share more with you. Contact us to get all the exciting details. And I hope you make the right decision. One thing I've learned about all the investments I've made in my life, I've only regretted the ones I didn't make. I hope you don't make that mistake today, and I hope you invest with us in Muskoka Wharf. Because of our relationships that we built over 13 years with the #1 or #2 developer in 10 different countries, we're able to access inventory that no one else has access to.
I want everyone to be surprised that we delivered what we said we're going to deliver on, because nobody does.
There are only a handful of buildings in the world that are this interesting, this iconic.
This is the largest residential building on Paradise Island.
It is simply the best of the best.
Life on Merton Street represents an opportunity to be in the heart of the city and yet surrounded by open space.
Liberty Village has become the most vibrant location in our city.
We can deliver to you the best condo buying, selling, or renting experience, period.
Imagine just sitting on a porch watching that.
It's a fantastic first-class development.
We walk the trails, we ski them in the winter time. We really like living here.
Winter or summer, it's constantly a new sight for the eyes. It's a gorgeous course. It's golf heaven on earth.
It is really beautiful when you drive down Cobble Beach. It's just breathtaking.
Cobble Beach is a master planned community, unparalleled in Ontario. It's a casually elegant lifestyle. 2 hours from Pearson Airport. It is 10 minutes from Owen Sound. When you turn from Grey County Road 1 onto Cobble Beach Drive, we want you to feel the weight of the world lifting off your shoulders. My father, Willis McLeese, had the vision to purchase the property in 1998. He was 85 years old, big water views, long shore drives, such a unique geography that it allows us to emulate some of the most fantastic places in the world, which include Nantucket and Pebble Beach. It really allows one to transport themselves into another world. Owen Sound, which is only 10 minutes away, has some of the most incredible recreational facilities. There are music festivals, there are art festivals. The medical center at Owen Sound is unparalleled. It is one of the top 3 cancer hospitals in Ontario. That's 10 minutes from Cobble Beach.
The vision that Willis McLeese had for the development was first class, world class, and that Nantucket look, the theming right from the front entrance right through to all the buildings. It's a place to relax. It's an oasis.
I can actually remember when I was 14 years old coming out in a boat on Georgian Bay. I was actually just blown away by the quality of the water here and how clean and crystal clear it was. And that's something that I still love to this day.
Cobble Beach is a 574-acre site. Over 40% of the total site will end up being green space. We have a world-class golf course designed by Doug Carrick, similar to that designed by Doug at Magna or at Big Win. So we've been very fortunate in that the golf community has embraced Cobble Beach and they come back again and again.
In the summer, obviously the golf course is a big draw, but we also have a fantastic spa with a huge array of treatments, anything from manicures, pedicures, massages, Vichy shower. Then we have a fully equipped pro shop, any needs that you may have for the golf course itself, as well as the tennis courts are great. The dock, lots of kids jumping off the dock in the summer, so great way to refresh yourself. The beach club, and a critically acclaimed restaurant, Sweetwater. Fantastic culinary team. We bring in celebrity chefs on a number of occasions and collaborate with our own culinary team. And did I mention the golf course? That's an amazing, amazing golf course as well.
We decided to move here mainly because we've got everything at our doorstep. We can walk out in the morning, we've got a decision whether it's tennis, golf, kayaking, swimming, fishing.
We make full use of the facilities. We go to the different events that are sponsored here.
Our view was very much, we wanted to kind of retire and we wanted to kind of wear out and not rust out.
I've never golfed before. I took golf lessons. Now I just can't get enough.
I'd absolutely recommend coming to see one of the golf professionals here, getting introduced to the game, taking an introductory lesson, taking a tour of the golf course. It's playable for everybody.
In the winter, Cobble Beach is great fun because we have 18 kilometers of groomed snowshoe and cross-country trails. Downhill skiing is 1 hour away over at Blue Mountain. We have dog sledding is 12 minutes away with singing dogs. So if you want to have a winter getaway, Cobble Beach is a wonderful place to go.
What we offer at Cobble Beach is quite unique because we have something for everyone. We have the lake houses by Reed's Heritage Homes that offers you a turnkey lifestyle, or the lots here are so spectacular that you may want to build a custom home here, and we have 2 wonderful custom builders here that can help you in your choice of making it a dream home for yourself.
Coming shortly are Blue Bay Villas, which will start at about $374,000. It's a really nice little slice of heaven, 41 units within a very tight little community, overlooking the water. Some of the amenities that we have built into the property make Cobble Beach unique from a lot of other developments that are up north. We have fiber optics throughout the site. We have natural gas throughout the site. And our lowest cost lot, including a membership to the golf club, is about $149,000. When you compare that to, say, Nantucket or Pebble Beach, you're in the $1 million plus range for a similar site. You can't get that in Ontario, let alone at a resort community like Cobble Beach. You have up to 5 years to build on your lot. You can use all of the facilities in the meantime. You can stay at the inn, you can stay at the cottages at a discounted rate. It's an environment that you will be so pleased and so relaxed.
The best part of Cobble Beach is how beautiful it is. You see ads advertising this place and you think, wow, it could never be this beautiful, but it actually is.
You know, it's just every morning you wake up to this beauty, and I don't know why you'd want to be anyplace else.
Willis was with us up until January 5th, 2011, and he was still an integral part of Cobble Beach. But since then, each year, we've continued along with his focus, which is first-class, 5-star accommodations, and I think we've done that to a T.
Cobble Beach's future, as we see it unfolding, will include a village center with several amenities, including a swimming pool, probably a resort hotel of some sort, and some smaller shops. And again, that'll all be centered close to the clubhouse, so Cobble Beach will become more and more of a village. We love having people come to Cobble Beach to swim, to play tennis, to use our spa, to have a meal, to just experience some of the natural aspects of Cobble Beach and the beautiful views. It will transform you. And you will find that once you've come to Cobble Beach, it is very hard to leave.
Meet Brittany. Brittany wants to buy a home. She knows this is a big investment, so she's done her research. Scoured the internet, talked to realtors, and visited presentation centers. But there's too much information, and with prices as high as they are, how can she be sure she's getting a good deal? Did she miss her chance to get into the market? Brittany worried she'd never find a good deal until she signed up and received emails each week telling her about great deals at upcoming condo days. The best developers offer home buyers a better deal than they could ever get on their own by harnessing group buying power. Think of it this way. If Brittany and her friend Larissa both wanted condos in the same building, they could buy together and get a better deal. Now, imagine if Brittany had 20 friends who wanted to buy into the same building. Think of the deal they could get. The negotiating is done for you. Whether you're looking for a home or an investment, subscribe today and get a better deal than you could ever get on your own. Buy condos a better way.
We are the most innovative real estate company currently on the planet. We are the number one player in Asia with number one presence in Indonesia, in Hong Kong, in Malaysia, also in the Philippines, in India, as well as in Singapore. We are not just a website company, we also are the biggest real estate export provider in the region. We've now taken the next step, entering into the transaction business in the most innovative form possible with the Buyers Club.
Now, if you didn't already know this, Toronto is the #1 condo market in North America, and it's estimated that over the next 10-12 years, Toronto will grow by 1 million people. And of course, all of this is driving up demand for condos here in the city of Toronto. Imagine the best condo project in the city, and imagine a lineup. Now, at the back of the line is the general public. In front of you is probably, another 30,000 real estate agents that the developer is marketing to. But now imagine you don't have to wait in that line. You're already inside. In fact, you were inside last week, selected the best suite at the best price, and that's the access that you get through CondoOutlet.com.
The beauty of the Buyers Club is that it's free, it takes a minute or two to sign up, and it provides you access to, or the benefit of the Buyers Club buying power. No one else has the relationships that we have with all of the big developers around. We give you access to pricing that you simply can't get by going through an agent or walking in off the street.
Now what this means is we have the power in numbers. We are able to negotiate discounts and deals with developers on your behalf. I challenge anyone to walk into a showroom today and find a better deal than we have on our website.
There's 3 simple benefits. One thing, you're buying at lower price. You go to choose the unit before others can even start buying. And the last one, as the largest property advertising firm, they offer every member who bought the property under our Buyers Club free advertising until you sell or you rent out your property with no charge. This is something very exciting.
For most people, buying a property is the most significant investment decision that they'll make in their lifetime. If you make a mistake in making that investment decision or buying a property that's the wrong property, you're paying for that bad decision, in some cases for years to come.
Finally, all I can say is I'm looking very much forward to seeing you at one of our Buyers Club events I invite you to join our website, our community of interested buyers. Thank you very much for listening and all the best to you.
The preceding was a paid presentation for Condoshow.com.